Tesla's Model 3 ticks many boxes. It's fast, it's small, and it doesn't empty the wallet. But before you get too excited, let me tell you, the car isn't perfect. In fact, it's got a ton of problems. Some can be chalked up to minor bugs, while others are glaring issues that need to be addressed. So keep watching to find out everything that's wrong with the Tesla Model 3. For one, its driver assist isn't the best. The Model 3 has seen significant issues with its autopilot and full self-driving beta systems, and these aren't minor hiccups. They have a huge impact on driving safety. The car has been prone to phantom braking, which is where it unexpectedly slows down or stops without a clear reason. And on top of that, the car will also make sharp turns at high speeds, making drivers jump and take control. Another problem is that the lack of clear guidelines for autopilot's use. It doesn't really tell you when it's okay to use it or not, and this is very risky. On the flip side, other systems like Ford's Blue Cruise are doing way better in those areas. They're more reliable and easier to understand, so cars like Ford Mustang Mach-E are looking like a better pick if you care about this kind of tech. Now, after hearing about all this whole driver assist thing, you must be thinking how this thing is still on the road. But what if I told you they're not? Because out of 25 vehicles, the Model 3 is the third most recalled. In 2022, Tesla models have quite the impression, but not necessarily in the way you'd want if you're eyeing a new car. 4 of Tesla's models, including the Model Y, Model 3, Model X, and Model S, were among the top 5 most recalled cars. The Model 3 earned a particularly notable spot, coming in third out of 25 models with an estimated 568 recalls project over a 30-year lifetime. Sure, Tesla's over-the-air updates are convenient and can save you some trips to the service center, but there's no skirting around it. Reliability is still a concern. A huge concern, may I add. As for Consumer Reports scores, the Model 3 saw a dip in its reliability rating, going from a pretty decent 79 out of 100 in 2021 to a less impressive 58 in 2022. Despite this drop, it is still managing to be the second most reliable EV of the year. But it's worth noting that this car has had its share of issues. So what does that all mean if you're in the market for an electric car? While Tesla's technology and innovation are undeniable, it might be wise to broaden your search. Take the Kia EV6 for instance. It outperformed Tesla with a Consumer Reports score of 84 out of 100. Then there's the fact that the car literally can't survive if you live somewhere with cold weather. Now, to be fair, it's not just about Tesla 3. This is an issue with electric vehicles in general. But if you're mulling over pros and cons of owning a Model 3, the weather is something you really should think about. In cold conditions, the Model 3's battery doesn't perform as well as it does when the weather is nice. Let's talk about the creature comforts like heating. Turning on the heater while you're driving might keep you warm and toasty, but it's gonna make that battery meter drop even quicker. Even if you're not driving and just have the car parked overnight in the cold, expect a 5% energy loss by morning. If you need to park the car outside during the day and it's not fully charged, you could be in for a chilly surprise. There are also other problems when it comes to reliability. Imagine you're driving on the highway and your steering wheel suddenly decides it's done for the day, just falls off. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, it's not only happened a few times with the Model 3, the fact that it's happened at all is more than a little concerning. And then there's the issue with suspension. Both the Model Y and Model 3 have had cases where the air suspension gave up prematurely. That's a huge problem. If you're a car guy, you would know better, right? People have also complained about the car's handling and noise. If the control arms start to wear out, and they do more often than you'd like, you're gonna notice a noisy ride and less than stellar handling. For comparison, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 comes up with a strong contender on the Model 3. It's less expensive, offers more room and even outdoors, and also the outdoing of Model 3 when it comes to range. Now, most of these reliability issues stem from one major reason: the poor build quality. Fit and finish, these are basic things you'd expect any car manufacturer to nail, especially one that's been as disruptive as Tesla. But Tesla's been, let's just say, inconsistent in this department. People who've been following Tesla for a while might not be surprised, but it's still a bit of a letdown. We're talking hard plastics and less than luxurious materials inside the car. On the inside, there seems to be an overdependence on the touchscreens. If driving, you need to make a quick adjustment and you can't see the screen properly because in bright sunlight, the glare can make it hard to see. That's a safety issue, bro. Plus, the sun can fade out the buttons on the touchscreen, so you might tap the wrong thing by mistake. Cold weather is another headache. If you're wearing gloves because it's freezing, the touchscreen might not respond well or at all. Imagine trying to change a setting or follow GPS and the screen doesn't cooperate. Again, that's a safety concern. The exterior isn't immune to these issues either. Owners have reported everything from uneven paint to scratches and bumps, often right from the factory. High demand is no excuse for these types of imperfections, especially when you're shelling out a pretty penny for what's supposed to be a cutting-edge vehicle. Oh, and don't get me started on the door handles. They might look sleek, but they've been more of a hassle for some owners that they're worth. So, still thinking of buying the Model 3 after watching the video? Let me know in the comments section below. But that's all for today. See you in the next video!